finna is gag. Bitch, I am dead as a child. Hello everybody, I am back. The title of the stream is weird. I realize that because it's kind of true. I never really liked kyedae. I never really liked kyedae, but seeing people's reaction, people like being hating on kyedae because of allegations that are not true, it's kind of weird as fuck. Okay, look, I just don't like her, but I don't like what I don't like more is how people are like, "Oh, you're a cheater. Oh, we hate you because of this." Like, what? I don't like her just for the vibes, you know. She just gives me vibes. But to say that you hate her because she cheated on tens when there is no proof, and tens was like, guys, we already said this. Why do I have to repeat this again? Why are you guys so fucking stupid? And now I'm adding to it. Yay! Hypocrisy! But yeah, hey everybody. I am going to be reacting to Mujin's stream of how an iconic relationship turned into a dumpster fire overnight. The breakup of kyedae. Honestly, I'm surprised that they broke up. I was also surprised. I was also weirded out that they were together in the first place because they just have different vibes. Look at them. Like, look at their vibes. Like they just have opposite vibes. Like, I don't even understand how they're together in the first place. I'm just saying, okay? In my opinion as an internet person online, I don't understand why these two are together because they are really different. Like, they're so different. Like, their energy, their aura is just so different. I remember when I don't even I don't even know these people. I only know them because they were like popular in the Valorant scene. Like, oh, kyedae is also good at Valorant and Ten's good at Valorant. Tens is like an esports person or something, and then kyedae is his girlfriend. The fun fact, I know kyedae more than Tens. I think I discovered kyedae first, then Tens, but even then I did not like her vibes. But you know what? I still watch her streams. I do not like her vibe, but I still watch her streams. Because, hey, when it comes to Valve gameplay, I would rather appreciate it. I would rather try to learn her movements, their, techniques to learn something. Because, like, you're learning from the pros. But at the same time, like, I don't like her. Let me drink water. So, right now, we are reacting to Mujin's video about kyedae and their split. Because it's been on Twitter a lot. I wanted to react to it a few days ago, but I got busy, and now I'm gonna finally react to Mujin! Oh yeah, you should subscribe. Subscribe to Mujin. Okay. Let's begin. It's so weird though, because I already watched the video. I wanted to re-watch it because I forgot what happened. But I wanted to re-watch it to like give my take on public. Because I never really liked kyedae in the first place. But here's the thing, I never really liked kyedae, but I do not stand with the rumors be like, oh, they cheated when there is literally no proof. And even there's literally no proof, and people be like weird. People are so weird on the internet though. Me.
When one of the most well-known and iconic couples in content creation and esports history decides to abruptly break off.
Also weird they got engaged. I didn't even know they got engaged. And also ABS CBN. ABS CBN shout out. Philippines shout out. Oh my god. Also, I did not know they got engaged. They were so young. Though they're so young. They're so young. Like I know some people who got engaged at 23 and got married at 24. But like these, like, for me it's just still too young, and these people have like their whole life ahead of them. You know what? You know what I do think? I do think that there is a possibility that they'll get back together. They just needed some space to grow as people, and then if they think back, it'll be like, you know what? I kind of miss a relationship, and they'll be back together. Like, hooray! Good for them! Hooray! They left. They did split on amicable terms, but still, I don't care who they are. I really don't care. I really don't care. I was like, oh, they split up? Okay, great.
Their relationship
Oh.
after 6 years of
I didn't even understand why they were together in the first place, but
being together. More importantly, what happens when they tell their millions of followers that
it's really
it was
54
completely
million.
mutual, amicable, and had no drama
I
whatsoever?
saw this and I was like, okay, great. But I didn't realize that people put this into a big deal. I didn't really
Clever.
realize it was like a big deal for other people.
Well, I'm glad you asked. Many would refuse to believe
Crazy. People on Reddit saying that Kyedae is cheating on Tencent's.
the narrative that this was amicable.
And okay, this is the part. I was stupid because I thought I believed this. Okay, we will cover that later. I believed the bone marrow thing for a moment, but I was like, okay.
Accusing the woman in the
But I'm like, you know what? Okay, like
Relationship.
whatever. Like if Tense did ever give bone marrow to Kyedae, I'm like, okay, great. And then if they broke up with her, like, okay, great. That's her choice, and that's his choice. Like that's not something that Tense has to owe Kyedae, or Kyedae has to owe Tense for them to stay. Like if it'd be like, oh, don't break up with me because I donated bone marrow to you. I'm like, that's weird. And also like, you gave that to me, like as someone who did care about you, but now like it's kind of hard to explain. But I'm like, that doesn't even matter if the relationship is broken. Like all the things you did in the past doesn't really matter, especially if you like gave bone marrow. Like if Kyedae is not happy with the relationship, then she has a right to break off the relationship. Like doing something like giving somebody's bone marrow, especially to your partner, it's not something to be owed, Like a lot of people have weird expectations in relationships. I really don't care. Like, oh, give him borrow. Like, okay, great. That's Kyedae's choice. Like, that's Tanza's choice. Whatever. Like, he gave. Great. Thank you for the bone marrow. Bye. Like, you know what? Yeah. But I didn't even realize that it was not real information. It's crazy. People just make shit up for attention. Oh my god. But long story short, if Tense did give bone marrow to Kyedae, that's his choice. Whatever. Kyedae broke up with Tense, even though he gave marrow in a hypothetical sense. Okay, that's their choice. Whatever. Literally, whatever. Why do people have to make a big deal about
Kyedae
this? They're so weird.
of
People are so
cheating,
weird.
going as far back as 5 months before the breakup and outlining how she had unfollowed her best friend on social media because she was coincidentally hanging out with her ex-boyfriend. Hell,
I
even
still don't care. People really care about these people. I'm like, who are you? I don't know you. Why would I care about your life? Like, people really need a job.
before the breakup announcement was made, fans were already aware that they had broken up because they weren't even wearing their engagement rings on stream anymore. And somehow, we find out that there was a Reddit post made 2 years ago accusing Kyedae of cheating on her boyfriend at a convention when she was
This is like a fair statement.
there
to be
alone.
honest.
And if that wasn't enough, we had a self-admitted pedophile enter the
Keto.
ring. This is when he'd tell the whole world that back in 2023, he had a one-on-one conversation with Kyedae in which she admitted to wanting to experiment with other men. Guys, this is easily one of, if not
I don't believe in love anymore. Seriously, you based your expectation and relationship on internet people. Girl, shut the fuck.
messiest breakup I've ever witnessed in my
I
life.
don't care.
And it's
Like, I think it's mostly from men who have a dissociative idea of love. I just like they really what you call that thought that things are so simple in relationships. Like, oh, if you do this means you did something bad. Like, oh, you should hate someone. Like, I think you need to be educated. Like,
crazy to think that this all stemmed from something that was meant to be amicable. It's riddled with misinformation and extremely
and things unjust messages after he sacrificed. Oh, hello, lying bitch. It's good for you and stay loyal. Women are evil, bro. Evil. I'm like, women. Like, are you gay? Like, I'm just. Do you like men? Because if you think women are evil, then don't approach women. Then go with men. You know? You know, if you think women are evil, then like, you know, like fuck men then. Okay, great. Thank you for the information. Thank you for letting us know that you're gay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but also, yeah, good for you. Good for you that you're finally understanding yourself, that you like women, that you like men. Great. Women are evil, so let's not go with women. Let's go with men. Great. Okay. Great. What if she's a woman? If she's a woman and like women are evil, I'm like, oh, so I'm evil. I'm like, okay.
Just
okay.
Theories. So I thought we had to talk about it in an objective manner, so that way you can make your own opinion in this mess. If you like my videos and want to see exclusive content, then make sure.
No, I'm not promoting you, Mujin. Sorry, Mujin. But I also watch Mujin.
Who are the two people involved in this disastrous incident? Let's start off with Tens. Tens would start playing the game Counter-Strike at the age of 3.
First of all, age of 3. 3 years. How old is he? How old is Tens? I actually don't know that. Tens age. Uh, 24. Wait, I'm 24. Wait, are you 24? Wait, am I 24? Yeah. Ew.
And by the time he would reach his teenage years, he'd be playing at the pro level, starting his journey in 2017.
Here we are, another week.
And by 2019, he would have made it big by signing with one of the biggest esports teams in North America, Cloud9. But even with that in mind, as a player, he wasn't really able to stand out in the pro scene. That would all, of course, change in the year 2020. This is when Valorant would launch its closed beta access. And even though it wasn't really intentional, everything had lined up perfectly to drive hype for this game to levels never seen before. It was barely a month after lockdowns had begun in the majority of the world because of COVID-19, and the way you'd be able to get a key is by watching a stream on Twitch. The caveat, though, is that there was no guarantee you'd get it. You would just have
I got into Valorant. What year was that? 2023. I think it was 2023, the year I started streaming, because I wanted to stream, and then I wanted to stream something that's like entertaining, I guess. So I was like, you know what, let's go Valorant. And then honestly, it's life-changing. It's crazy that it all started from wanting to stream, and then now I can't, like, I want to play this game, but the problem is my PC cannot withstand the RAM, so I'm only be able to play the game in computer shops. I wish I can stream in computer shops, but it's so, I think it's gonna be so awkward. Be like, hey guys, and then be like, oh my god, this guy's streaming, ew.
to watch a stream for as long as possible, and after every hour of watch time, you get a very small chance of getting a key. This is why every streamer imaginable on the platform began playing this game and was in the category, sometimes going to sleep and rerunning old clips just so that people can watch. It was an infinite money glitch, and everyone wanted a key. However, Tens didn't really have to worry about getting a key. He'd have access to the closed beta on day one, just like many other pros, and would play the game a lot. And so when the first iteration of ranked mode would come out, he was already prepared. And due to this, he would become the first player globally to ever reach the Radiant rank, the highest rank in competitive Valorant.
Like, he's that like a big of a deal because he's like first.
Think of it like Challenger in League of Legends or top 500 in Overwatch. This legendary accomplishment guaranteed the fact that the entire community was going to be aware of who he was. And so, due to Valorant's incredible hype in 2020, by 2021, many esports organizations would start making their own teams for the competitive scene. One of the biggest and most successful ones would be Sentinels, and they would recruit Tens immediately. By that same year, he was seen as the game's superstar. If you had played the game in any way competitively or cared about its competitive scene, then you would have known who he was. It was that big of a deal. And I mean, the numbers speak for themselves.
Well, I didn't really care about esports anyways.
During his Counter-Strike days, he would never have more than a few hundred viewers. By the time Valorant had come out and he would reach Radiant as the first player globally, he would gain tens of thousands of followers and thousands of concurrent viewers. By the time he'd be signed to Sentinels and would become a household name, he would gain hundreds of thousands of followers and would get an insane viewership. He was absolutely on fire. At the same time, though, if you knew anything about TenZ, then you'd know that he had a girlfriend, kyedae. They were together since before Valorant even came out, ever since
It's crazy that they were dating when they were 17. Wait, how old is kyedae? Is she older? She's also 24. Bitch, 20. Oh my god, so wait, is she young? She's younger than me. Wait, yeah? Yeah, she is younger than me. Wow.
2019. They had dated for a few weeks and moved in together when they were both just 17 years old. Just like how TenZ blew up to astronomical levels, kyedae would also experience her own form of success by collaborating with him. These clips from their collabs would go absolutely mega viral on all platforms, showing a couple that's absolutely in love with each other while also getting to see TenZ, the #1 Valorant player, teaching his girlfriend how to play Valorant when she's never really played first-person shooters before. Many of these clips would be posted on kyedae's personal TikTok, and they'd get tens of millions of views. She has over 2 million followers and 100 million likes on this platform. And it goes without saying.
I know kyedae more than I like TenZ because, you know, it's kyedae. Hello. Fine, because she's a girl. But I do. It's weird that I sometimes do kind of hate watch. That's a thing, though. That's a thing that exists. Hate watching exists. Be like, oh, I don't like this person, but I'm watching their videos anyway. Like, #1 example that me hate watching is Josh. Josh Seki. I don't appreciate his vibes, but he's good at the game, and I watch a game and see and learn from his skills. But at the same time, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna watch one round and then leave. Do you know who I actually watch without hate watching? Is actually Aker the dog. Aker. If you guys knew who Aker is, he's like the husky cypher streamer. The problem is he's not as entertaining as other streamers, but I still like him. I like him though. I like his stream. Maybe because he doesn't talk.
Saying that some of her top clips on her page
a new Bingo Milky strawberry milk filling in a crunchy milk cookie sandwich.
Always involved TenZ. She would start streaming in November of 2020, a few months after Valorant's closed beta would launch. And within her first month, she would have an average view count of 2,800 viewers, as well as gaining 75,000 followers. Her fame was instant, but it wouldn't stop there. She'd keep growing at an insane pace. People couldn't get enough of her and TenZ. I mean, look at this video, right? TenZ versus kyedae Valorant 1v1 rematch. 11 million views.
Wow,
there would be an
that's
insane
crazy.
amount of
People
clipper
really
channels
love
taking
that.
clips from their streams of their interactions.
I didn't even
getting
realize that
millions
they
of-
were such a big deal. Yeah, because who and who? But people were like, oh my god, they're popular, let's follow them for the sake because they're popular. And I'm like, I don't know these people. I watch their content, don't like it, left. It's just me. Like, I'd rather stay for the I'd rather stay for the quality of the content rather than just because they're popular, you know. Because I noticed, I think that's a trend within people that people would follow. It's like imagine Taylor Swift. Like, oh my gosh, she's so popular, she must make good music. No, she doesn't. She doesn't make good music, but she's popular anyway. It's also like Jennifer Lopez. Like, oh, she's not a good singer, but she's hot. Like, it's not like good musicians like Kalala, and Zara Larson, Pink Pantheress, Charlie, but just people just follow Charlie XX released a new album called Wuthering Heights, which is an awesome book, but the movie portrayal is bullshit. It's an awesome book. She made an album, and it was a great album, but it was not as popular as her Brat album because it's not about the popularity anymore. It's about the music. It should always have been about the music, but people don't. You're like, oh my god, this is not so Brat. And I'm like, bitch, you don't know music. It was good. It was good music. But people only care about the skeptics. What? Is that the skeptics? I don't know if I'm using the right word. I'm not English. It's not my first language. People only care about the skeptics. Skeptics. Let me search the word skeptics. I don't care. Some people only care about the visual. The people what they see. Oh, if this is popular, then maybe we should consume it. But not about the quality.
Views as well. They were everywhere. Saying that these two were one of the biggest content creator couples on the planet was not an understatement at this point. So while Tens was at the top esports team for Valorant, kyedae would get her own opportunities as well, joining 100 Thieves, one of the most well-known content creator orgs on the planet. And while yes, some people would argue that she could have never made it this far if it wasn't for her boyfriend, it's not like she ever said the opposite. She understood that she was in a very lucky position and would say so herself in an interview with 100 Thieves. Watch.
A few other clips went viral. It was kind of like an overnight thing where a few thousand people started watching me, and I would just like talk, and Tyson and I would just do some like challenge videos and other things. And I'm very thankful for the situation I'm in where I didn't like grind those hours like a lot of streamers do that totally deserve this. I'm not saying I necessarily like...
Cynics, wait, No, I'm talking about like, people following, like, imagine if somebody is popular and people just people who are outside that circle just go into that person because they're popular, not because they're good, but because they're popular. It's not cynicism is like, oh, like we hate we hate this or whatever. Cynics, let me search the word cynics. Critic, a fault finding critic. Nope. Yeah, a fault finding critic. It's not cynic. I forgot, like, the skepticism, it's not, forgot the word, like, the skeptics, the schematics, schematics. So it's just NPCs. No, it's like, okay, imagine, Taylor Swift. People listen to Taylor Swift because she's popular, not because she makes good music. Well, she's popular, and like the general public thinks that the music she's making is good. It's really not. If you're a Taylor fan, I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Her music is just mid, especially her recent album. It was I like Midnights. I like 1989. Her recent album, it was like if a grade school project. For me, it sounds like a grade school project. But people are like, oh my god, we love her. Oh my god, she's so amazing. Like, oh my god, like, she still has a lot of listeners. Okay? And she's just she's popular because she's popular. That's my opinion, though. And I think it's the same for Tens and kyedae. I don't know these people. I don't know them. I don't know Tens and kyedae. But I don't know them, but like I think people like them because they're a popular it couple. That's what NPC about. It's the general knowledge about me. Yeah. I think NPC is non-playable characters, right? It's just I think what Skygate Chaser. I think you're making sense. Yeah. But I forgot what I was trying to say. Like I think Tens and kyedae are also kind of like, you know, they're popular, so like, oh, we should like follow them because they're popular. When like, I don't know, like for me, I think they're just not for me. Like I don't really care about their relationship. Like, you know, great for them that they're happy during this time. Great, hooray! Okay, great. Hello, bye. And then now that they've broken up, I'm like, okay, great. You broke up, okay. Literally, like, okay, that's it. I don't want to be, oh my god, you cheated. How dare you? Oh my god, like, there's something happened. Oh my god, what's the tea? Like, I really don't care. Like, you know, there's so much like, you know, like people should really realize that like like we all have our own problems. We should focus on our own problems and focus on the problems of others. Like, please, like, fix your own self before you try and fix other people or like care about other people's issues or problems. People are so like the internet has really what you call that affected people's perspectives about real life. That we kind of started being so parasocial. We're like, oh, we know these people. Oh my god, we're friends with these people. And like, really? Like, you're friends with these people on the internet? Like, who are they? Do you know their favorite color? Oh yeah, because they're pretty sure they said that on stream or something. But like, do you know them on a personal level? Have you talked to them? Do they know you? Do they know you? Do those streamers who watch you know you? Do you have the right to make opinions about them? Hi! Maybe hypercritical. Well, it's just like, I don't really care about them. I don't know these people. I don't know them. I don't like kyedae, but like, I don't like kyedae, but people like trying to make rumors and vilifying her is not right. It's not right. People hating on kyedae for rumors that aren't true are fucking weird. Like, leave her alone. Like, I hate her, but I don't like type in the chat like, I don't like you. Like, but like, respect people. Hello, my god, give them their fucking space.
But it's
That's just
been
my
a
opinion.
journey, and it's
That's my opinion. Even though I like the title is like kyedae hater.
been
I just like, I watch her streams, but I watch her streams just for to learn how to move in Valorant, but not for the person.
definitely like a lot of fun.
This was the perfect storm. A couple going mega viral, with everyone being completely obsessed over their relationship, all while staying wholesome and humble. Truly the epitome of content creator relationships. So at this point, as an avid fan, what else could you possibly
It's also kind of like Lily and Michael Reeves, right? Like, oh, like their relationship is wholesome. Like, you know what? Like, when I think of Michael Reeves and Lily Pichu, I was like, you know what? Yeah, hooray! But I don't like stalk them 24/7. Which will be discussed later in this video because I already watched it. But like, you know, like, hooray! They're still together. Oh, they're so cute together. Okay, great. Bye. Why can't people be that?
ask for?
Some people are not that, to be honest.
And
Some
time
people
the
are
knot, of course. Around summer 2022,
ABCBN!
they would announce their engagement after having kept it secret for 8 months. The internet at this announcement, of course, exploded. Finally, this perfect couple is getting married. And I mean, you have to understand by this point,
Yeah, they are
these two are
engaged.
seen as the ideal relationship for so many people. I'm talking millions. And to many, they
Crazy. They're the Wait, what? They're the ideal Wait, maybe it's just Muujin like spicing up the story, but them being the ideal e-couple relationship, really? You know who I actually think is an ideal e-couple relationship that are not married is actually Lily Pichu and Michael Reeves. Those two are like, it's weird because those two are like, what do you say, meat and cheese and grape? Wait, no, grape and meat. Like, have you tried like, just remember that? Okay, imagine Ratatouille. Remember Ratatouille? There was like a clip where the rat was like eating cheese, I think, or no, meat and then cheese. But if you let me see here, like, individually they taste good, but together the flavors, like, you know, like, get so much better when you mix the two ingredients together. That's what I think about Lily Pichu and Michael Reeves. These two remind, like, honestly, they feel like soda. Like, these two reminds me of soda. It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like, kyedae is vanilla ice cream and no. Actually, you know what? Tense is vanilla ice cream. and let's say kyedae is Pepsi, you know, a soda. It makes a good Coke float, but it's not something you would wanna just drink a lot, because it's gonna make you sick. I'd rather go for the meat and grape. It's a healthy option. That's just my taste. I'm back. The reason is that internet dramas are so much fun. True! True, it's true though. Especially if more than 2 people participate in them. It's true. Here's the thing. People think that participating in drama is like, ooh, you're an evil person. Oh my god, like, you just like, whatever and that. But the thing is, in internet drama, you can learn something from that. You can observe so many things from like the internet, like, and I also tend to apply them in real life too, like the general rule of like, don't just like type all your family problems to the internet, because it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Because I've experienced that. Like, I have like other families like posting their teas in their Facebooks, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And then like, I've already learned this from like the internet. I was like, you know what, I learned so much from tea. And also like, you can also from this you learn like people are really crazy and really still parasocial. 57 million people, no, 11 million people are still parasocial and like just believe in a random like, you know, statements that aren't true with no proof. It just goes to show that people really have zero brain cells. You know, they just believe everything. Some people just don't do their research. Why can't you just do your research? I like Muujin, you know. Muujin's videos have proof. There are stated proof. Like, somebody said this and there's proof. Okay? That's why I appreciate Muujin's videos, because there is proof in tangent to what he's saying.
Of their goals,
so we will explore later. We will see later.
In other words, they were perfect, and people couldn't get enough of them. However, this image of perfection, of living the perfect life, would end pretty abruptly in 2023. Because you see, barely 6 months after announcing their engagement...
I also remember when I was watching... Hate watching! When I was watching kyedae streams, she was having cancer, and then I remember she shaved her head, and I remember like, she was wearing a beanie while playing Valorant. I still didn't like her, but I like, you know, like, I hope she's like, I remember thinking that I hope she's getting better from cancer. Cancer sucks, but I still don't like you. But I still don't like you. But I hope you're doing okay. Cancer sucks, but I still don't like you. Something like that. Is that weird? Like, you know, like, oh, I hope you wish well to someone, but I still don't like you. Like, is that a weird thing? I don't know. Like, sounds hypocritical, but like, I don't know her. Like, I don't know her. Like, I hope you're doing well, but like, I don't like your vibe, I guess. Like, I think that's normal. Like, when you have like everyday people, or like the people you work with, there are some people that you click with, and there are some people that are just like, okay, like, maybe he's not okay, he's not my type of person. They just don't vibe. I think that's normal. Like, I don't like her vibe. It's not like I hate her. I don't like her vibe. You know, I don't like her vibe.
Kyedae would unfortunately announce to the world.
Okay. A lot of people say, no, she beat cancer. I realized this is leukemia. This is blood cancer. That's like one of the there are like 3 levels of cancer. Like, in my level, this is level 2. Level 3 is like so bad. Level 2 is like, it can be gone, but it can be back. It'll be back. Yeah, it's kind of scary, because she's 24 years old. She's 24 years old. She's young. Imagine like your life being threatened to cancer. It's not. Yikes. For good vibes, she just needs to play Widow in Marvel Rivals. I don't know much about Marvel Rivals. She stopped streaming, by the way. I watched this video before, and I reacted to it now. in Twitch, but Mujin said that she stopped streaming, and you know what? I think it's good for her, like for her mental health. I don't know what she's doing now, but I know, like, I hope she's healthy. I still don't like her, but I hope she's healthy.
That she's been diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. In other words, cancer. But cancer so aggressive that she only had a 25% chance of survival after 5 years. This was
That's actually scary. No, like,
a shock to pretty much anyone, kyedae included, and many couldn't believe.
Also, I remember, like, I think it's a good thing that they broke up, because if kyedae is like, you know, there is a possibility that she might not make it too long, that kyedae can just, like, if they break up, then she can just explore her life, you know. She doesn't want, if she doesn't want to be held down by their relationship with tense, then because she wants to explore life, then that's good for her. Like, life is so short, especially for her, that, like, enjoy life. She deserves that, but people really just don't care. People care about tea. You didn't get the reference, haven't you? It's a Kingsman. I did watch the Kingsman tournament. Oh wait, okay. I think I get it. I think I get what you mean about the widow. Oh my god, like, what happened? Then again, I remember that player. Like, she played widow and she sucked and was like, "Oh, I'm so good at this game," and then she absolutely sucked. Kyedae. I just honestly, like, kyedae just does give me CC vibes. To be honest, but I don't know her. She just gives me the vibes. Hello, vibes. They're playing for good vibes. They were playing for good vibes, you know. Oh my god, that was so, like, fucking stupid. Oh my god, like there. I didn't want to react to this in my streams because it's like, it's a stupid ass game. It's a fucking stupid. It's a stupid game, but also, look, Kingsman has a fucking point. Like, it was a tournament. He wanted to be serious. He wanted to, like, give what you call that, he wanted to give his takes on, like, oh, we should go for this in case the 3 supporter thing, right? I don't play Marvel Rivals, but, like, the 3 supporter thing is a good strategy if they want to win. But they were like, no, just playing for the vibes, bro. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. I'm like, he's literally, like, giving his input. Hello, don't care that they lost. HITM. Core point is good vibes. And you know what's annoying? That they hated him for it. Like, oh my god, he's so annoying. I'm like, he's playing the game. He's playing the game. He's taking it seriously. Like, he wants to win. Isn't that a fair thing to do? Hello? I honestly, like, just don't care about them. Oh my god, like, I respect the Kingsman. He's a really good player. I also watched Mujin's video. Do you also watch Mujin? Because I'm guessing you know because of the king. If you reference the Kingsman situation, I'm guessing you watch Mujin too, right? King Mujin, yeah. But, like, damn, the fact that those 3 ladies bullied him, crazy. When he made so many good points, and it was all for the vibes, bro. Like, it's all the vibes. He's just ruining the vibes. And I'm like, he wants to play seriously. Okay, let's keep going.
That this perfect relation.
But I will say, kyedae does give me CC vibes. I don't know, like, she's, her like, her aura, her vibes. Okay, her vibes is just, oof. Kingsman gives me good vibes. He's chill vibes. Okay, Kingsman is, like, even though dude, Kingsman was good vibes, even though he was like, okay, maybe guys should do this. I was like, okay, like, maybe adjust. like the girls could just adjust, but they're like, no, 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 adjust to our vibes, cause we are good vibes. You're not good, huh? Kingsman is actually good vibes. Those ladies, the bullies, they claim to be good vibes. Chop.
Relationship was now at risk, that they faced danger. They didn't deserve this. The wave of support from the internet was immense. But it wasn't just strangers wishing her the best, it was also her content creator friends. Many male content creators, including Miskiff.
Ew. Also, people like this guy? Like, can't you tell from his face that he's kind of like weird, gross, disgusting? Like, I saw a clip of him and Emiru. You know what, Emiru, I was so disappointed to learn that Emiru is not really a good person, because like I thought she passed the vibe check. I thought she passed the vibe check, but it turns out she, you know, like I remember she was friends with him and Asmongold, and I remember like, you know, she didn't want to participate in the politics of American politics, especially when it comes to ICE. Dude, the ICE people are not. What are you guys doing? Like, you can just like enforce, but killing? Really? Killing people because they like are resisting? Like, why can't you just like do what the police are doing? The police, you know what police people are doing? Like, when people are resisting arrest, they just like hold them down. And then like people, and there are and forgot but no, like if they are resisting arrest, they like shoot them down. They shoot them down, kill them. Are you crazy? Like crazy. Like the ICE people, like honestly, like ICE, this is my opinion. ICE could have been a good idea if only it was regulated. It was regulated to, like, you know what, not kill people. You can detain people to investigate if they are legal or not. You know, ask them. Like, if they have papers, great. But if they don't have papers, then, you know what, like, go, ICE, you can go to the detention center for a moment, call your family to prove, for your documents. If you don't have documents, I'm sorry, then goodbye. Like, that's it. Like, it can go that, but no, they have to like pull out their guns and like, okay, if you don't pull out documents, I will shoot you. Like, huh? What? America, America, we support having a gun. That's literally the second. That's literally the Second Amendment. Every American has the right to own a gun. That's the second fucking amendment. Crazy that that's a law. Everybody should have a gun. Okay. Then can I shoot you? Great.
Yes.
Let's just go.
I know this aged very badly, would shave their head in support of her because she was going to undergo chemotherapy and was about to lose all her hair. This was a very sweet gesture. However, one content creator here stood out, and it was 39Daff. She was the only content creator friend of kyedae who was a woman that shaved her entire head in support of her. And the reason why I'm highlighting this is because
I saw this too, and it was sweet.
It's very significant. When you're a guy and shave your head, you don't really care. You just wait a month and your hair's back.
Turn on America, fuck yeah, that's the 2026. 26 USA theme.
Or a cap, you can wear a beanie. It's all good. When you're a woman, though, shaving your entire head off like this is like losing a part of yourself. And yet here she was doing it effortlessly for her friend. It really showed just how amazing kyedae was. Not only was she the perfect girlfriend, she also had the perfect friends. For months, people would keep up with kyedae and her updates, and by September 2023, many celebrated when she would announce that she was finally done with chemotherapy. Her hair could finally grow back now. She would, however, specify the cancer wasn't completely gone. She would undergo other treatments, but for now, she's happy because she can finally grow her hair back. But just as things were finally starting to look up for her, the other person in this relationship was going through their own personal hell. 2023 would be Ten's...
I still didn't care when this... Like, you know what? I heard of kyedae's cancer. But when it comes to Ten's, I did not care. I did not know what happened to him. I did not know he fell off. There was a moment that he fell off.
first year on record when it came to the esports scene of Valorant. This once great player was starting to be seen as overrated, as someone who was taking up a slot in the top team for no reason. His performance was tanking, and the online criticism was reaching unprecedented levels. I mean, look at this video right here. Why everybody hates the face of Valorant, sitting at 1.1 million views.
Crazy.
And I mean, no wonder, right? His fiancée had just been diagnosed with a very aggressive form of cancer, and who knows what he was going through mentally. But even with all of that, he wouldn't give up. He'd persevere, and the next year, in 2024, he'd managed to win his second Valorant World Championship with his team. It seemed like TenZ and this current roster were working very well together, and he was back. This is why it was so shocking for the entire community to see that barely a few months later, on September 2024, he would announce that he wasn't just quitting Sentinels, he was retiring from competitive play. For years,
I saw
he was
this, I think, and I was like, oh, I don't care.
seen as the face
Great,
of
great
Valorant,
for
and
you.
there he was,
Bye.
leaving at the top of his game. The Valorant community was an
It's a
absolute
good thing too,
shambles.
leaving at the top of your game. That's a good thing. One thing I could reference is, what's the rapper name? Lauryn Hill. She made one album. It was great. Never made an album since. Grammy nominated. High on review list. People loved it. She quit.
And many theories were being spread around as to why he left. One of them being that he needs to take care of his
And until to this very day, her standards, she is still one of she's still praised to this day.
girlfriend. However, people would ask him why he retired multiple times on his stream, and he would answer it. He was grateful for the competitive scene and what he had experienced, but it wasn't for him anymore. He was losing passion for the game, and on top of that, he wanted to focus on other things in life. It was taking up all his time. And finally, when it came to the money, he was making way more just streaming, so it didn't really make sense to just focus on a game that you weren't passionate about anymore on the pro level. Additionally, he would make sure to mention that in 2023, when he was going through his worst career performance, he was going to quit. But kyedae told him, please, just give it one more year, which made him
Oh, bad. That's a nice gesture for kyedae. Okay.
eventually win his second major. Watch it for yourself.
Case. Believe it or not, I would have retired last year if it wasn't for kyedae. I said to myself, like, I'm just gonna retire. And kyedae said no, trust me, stick it out 1 year just for me. And 2023 was such a low point for my Valorant career. She told me straight out that there's only up from here. That was the
That's true. There was reference in a series of unfortunate events. When you've reached the peak in your life, there's nowhere to go but down. But you can also see the same in reverse. When you're such at the bottomless pit of your life, there's no way to go but up.
reason that I have played
Wanna
the
break from
2024
the ads?
season. Honestly, if it wasn't for kyedae, it convinced me to do one more year.
That's why I hated Spotify. I hated Spotify Premium, the free Spotify, because I hate that ad so much. Want to break from the ads? I'm like, when you listen to good music, and then want to break from the ads. Shut the fuck.
I would have never been a part of the Madrid winning roster. I wouldn't have a redemption within champs and get a top 4 finish within the team. So yeah, it's been an awesome ride.
So there you have it. This was not only a perfect couple, they were both perfect and relatable. They, much like the average person, had issues. They had challenges. But through their power of perfect love, they were
Mujin is just a great editor. You can hear the background. It's like sad music. And then when it's there's trauma, oh, Mujin.
able to overcome it
You and your
together,
editing
further
skills.
reinforcing the fact that they were the perfect standard for any relationship, and making many of their fans, some that just found them recently, root for them. By this point, they were bigger than ever. However, after TenZ's retirement from the pro scene, the on-stream interactions of this couple would reduce itself significantly. And the last major news that we'd hear from them would be on April 2025, when kyedae would announce that she was done with streaming.
April 2025. That's last year.
Watch.
Alrighty, everyone. I probably won't be back to streaming for a while. Or if you do see me, it'll just be randomly every once in a while. But
I'm glad for her.
yeah,
You
I'm
know,
kind of done
she
with
should
streaming. So.
explore
Bye,
more of
guys.
her life.
This was definitely sudden, and it did spark some rumors as to why she was doing this. Was she focusing on something else? Was her cancer getting worse? You see, for most people, they moved on. They watched someone else, they got
People
back to
should
their
move
job,
on.
their actual life. But for a number of people, This simply wasn't enough. They wanted more, and they were about to do everything
I've
possible
always
to
wanted
acquire more information about
more.
Kyedae and Ten's personal lives.
Fame
And this was partly made possible due to the fact that both Ten's and Kyedae associated with a specific friend group that had some extremely and worryingly parasocial fans. Okay, so here's the deal. For the longest
Also, here's the thing. Okay, maybe I'll talk about it later, but like, are OTV and Friends really weird? Like, the fact that they are so they pander towards their parasocial audience. Do you think that's weird? Is that a weird thing to do? Being like, and then, hey, like, let's not set any boundaries so that people won't hate us. Like, okay, yay, we dictate everything in your life from now on. I'm like, oh, you're good with that, right? Like, meh. If what if they like that, then great. If that's their cup of tea, and sure.
time when it came to Twitch content creation, the status quo involved two major groups of people that controlled most viewership. They were divided between two cities in the US, the first one being Los Angeles and the second one being Austin. The latter had OTK. If you were a streamer in Austin,
if this is Jaden, I would like why are you there? No, Jaden, no.
of any
Honestly, these people are like, okay, I will judge them based on their appearance. Judging a book based on its cover. I thought she was good, disappointed. Don't know her. Her vibes are sus. Ew. I don't know. Kinda trusting but not trusting. I do not trust you. Gross. You need help. I think you need a hairstylist. Disgusting. What? And who?
significant size, you couldn't avoid associating with these people. These were the people that you worshipped, hoping to get more opportunities out of. They were known as edgy, politically incorrect, and the opposite of being brand friendly. Some of their top creators at the time were Asmongold, Emiru, and Miskiff, as well as Soda Poppin'. On the other hand, though, in Los Angeles, you had offline TV.
You know who's the other content creator that I don't like? You know what? I realize I hate a lot of people. I hate a lot of people. Oh my god. You know another content creator I don't like? Pokimane. I just don't like her vibes. Like, something of her vibes is so dishonest. Like, you know, like, it's not that she's a liar. It's like she's not telling the truth. She's not being authentic. Okay, maybe that's the word, the correct word. Like, she's not being, like, she's portraying herself as an authentic person, but she's not authentic. She really isn't. I think she has pretty privilege, because she is pretty. And she is privileged. But I don't think I like her tone. I don't think I like her vibes, though. Just the vibes.
Was known as OTV. This included content.
Okay, I will judge them based on their appearance. Okay, Michael Reeves, chill dude. Who's he again? Is he Masayoshi, I think? I think he's chill. Skara is very chill. He's like a giant marshmallow. Quarter Jade. Chill, but with sus. Wait, really? No, I like her vibes. I like their vibes. Masayoshi and Quarter Jade. I love Sidian, but you know what's weird? I don't really see her collaborate her with others. It's so weird. Like, she's just a wholesome soul, though. I love Sid. Who's this again? Yvonne. That's Yvonne. Okay. I think she's okay. She's not bad, she's not good, she's okay. Lily, she's not bad, she's not good, she's okay. Boki, no. No. Same with Toast. It's kind of like a no. Like, something really happened in 2023 that changed his vibe. Maybe it's because because of his weight loss, but I think something is so something is wrong with it. It's kind of weird when I say that. But something is like, kanang like, I think he has a problem, but you know what? I don't care. It's just based on what I see, cause like, he was chill during the early moments of the pandemic. Now he looks like, you know, like I'm having trouble with myself. But that's just speculation. There is no proof. Like, I'm just basing my opinion based on his appearance. It's just an appearance. It's just a speculation. No proof. I will repeat that. I have no proof. It's just based on what I see. And this guy I don't know. Who is this guy?
Such as Skara, Pokimane, This Guy's Toast, Lily Pichu, and as you might have guessed, they were the complete opposite of OTK. They were wholesome, very politically correct, and extremely brand friendly. Chances were that if you were a substantial content creator who lived in LA, then
I
this...
can't believe Poki is brand friendly. I mean, she is. That's what I said. Like, she portrays herself as authentic, but I don't think so.
Group of friends had to have been in your circle. This is why their channel was called Offline TV and Friends. They very regularly featured people outside of OTV that happened to live in LA that were their friends. And while I'm sure that hanging out with OTV must have been an amazing experience, you'd very quickly realize that just by associating with them, you were also associating with a small portion of their fan base that was mentally ill and extremely parasocial.
Mentally ill.
Here's an example. Disguised Toast is one of the more prominent members of OTV. At some point, he would date another content creator by the name of X Chocobars. This was a well-known
X Chocobars. I forgot her name. Like, why they call her. It's not X Chocobars. It's like Amy.
Because they would publicly announce it to their community. However, to some people, it simply wasn't enough seeing them interacting on stream. They wanted more.
Ew.
And so in 2018, Disguised Toast would uncover
multiple just stalking him and X Chocobars. Weird.
A shocking revelation. There were multiple, not one or two, multiple Discord servers that were actively stalking him and...
How do you stalk people on Discords? How do you like do that?
And his girlfriend, tracking their every move, following them, and taking pictures.
People need a job. People need jobs.
As well as videos of them whenever they would hang out together. Seeing them on stream, interacting in content simply wasn't enough. They wanted to be part of their private lives. Every second of their lives was content, whether they liked it.
Maybe that is their job. Do they get money from like this? From attention? Do they get money? If they do get money, then that makes sense. It's like paparazzi. Like, they only get paid if, like, you know, they got pictures from annoying celebrities, right? Yeah, and they're just paid to be annoying. Maybe that's like the thing with these people as well.
Or not. It was an egregious breach of their privacy. It absolutely shocked the streaming world at the time. No one deserves this happening to them. The problem was, though, that OTV didn't really know how to set proper boundaries. Being brand friendly and politically correct comes at a huge cost sometimes. One of them being the fact that you are very...
This is why I appreciate Shodo, like the VTuber, when he was like, he literally set boundaries. Like, okay guys, if you guys are being weird, fuck off my stream. Fuck you and fuck off. Like, I was like, you know what? Respect. RESPECT. I respect that he had the balls to do that, because it's kind of like scary when your audience is like, if a majority of your audience is making you uncomfortable, but is the discomfort worth the crazy fans being in your community? And then I don't think so, because like the Niji Shanji community is weird. Let's just say period weird. People defend them a lot, and I'm like, really? With what they did, with proof of said things that they did? Okay, sure.
Easily bullied by just about anyone who gets a viral post on Twitter. For example, in December 2023, Skara would make a fairly harmless joke to one of his friends. Someone random would make a post on Twitter saying that it was racially charged, that it was disgusting, that it was racist to an entire race of people, and instead of putting his foot down saying, dude, this is my friend and we're comfortable, we have our own boundaries, he apologized as if he murdered
Skara.
someone. One of the first most important rules of content creation is when you give an inch, people will ask for a mile, and that's exactly how OTV...
Wait, after talking... So wait, Sydney, he was like making a joke to Sydney? They were like close. They're like Brother and sister, are you kidding me? But if it's a racist joke, then you know what? That's fair. Because sometimes you make jokes, but you don't really realize there's like racial incentivism. Is that a word? There's like racial words. Incentives. Is that a word? Racial incentivism. Let me search. Incentivism. Girl. Incentive. Yeah, I think there's like if there's like racial implementations on what he said, and that's a fair
Treated their
thing to, you know.
community. They treated them like their overlords, which meant that unfortunately,
I think
inevitably,
Fujin is just like overhyping this part.
boundaries were never going to be respected.
I think. Do you think Mujin is a white
This is where the
person?
subreddit OTV Girls
saying.
Feet comes. Wait, no, that's the wrong subreddit. Wait, whoa.
Okay,
Anyway.
I remember watching it. I was like, "What? That exists?"
This is where the subreddit OTV and Friends Rumors comes in.
Pelkey has a book BF. She has. It's been a long time coming, and I don't care. That I really don't care. But people were like, "Ooh, we should have a boyfriend." I think she has. Like, she's just hiding it. It's like she wants to avoid the whole tense and kyedae situation. She's like thinking ahead, because people are gonna be like invested in the man. Like, she said this. I remember at Twitter. Like, she said something along the lines of he doesn't want to publicize her relationship with the man, because when it comes to public relationships, the man will always be put in like the man will be put into focus than the woman's achievements. So I was like, you know what, that's fair.
With over
That's great.
68,000
Like, you should keep it private, but I think she's slowly but surely revealing the boyfriend.
weekly
I think
visitors,
that's
it has
just
become one of the most
that's just a rumor,
social
though.
forums to keep up with the OTV gang as well as their friends. These people will watch every single piece of content produced by both OTV and their friends, whether it be podcasts, vlogs, streams, all in the hopes of finding clues or hints about what their friends are up to. If a streamer's on a random podcast, they'll watch it. If that streamer hints that, I don't know, they went on a trip with another streamer from OTV, they would come to this subreddit, make a post about it, and theorize as to what that trip might have been. Who might have been there? What could they have?
These guys should be like theoretical physicists. If they love theorizing so much, then you should like study physics.
Done.
Maybe like if you guys did that, then maybe we would have like explored like time travel already, or like teleportation. People need to get a job.
And that's when the rumors
I should do that.
truly start spreading like wildfire. They pretty much tracked your every move. So it was only natural that they'd find it extremely suspicious that kyedae, at the end of December 2025, would private her entire Instagram page. On January 3rd, someone would make a post saying, Tens and kyedae broke up late 2025, early 2026. Little Birdie told me that they split a few days back. kyedae hasn't said or confirmed anything. She went MIA and deleted all pictures on her Instagram. Rip to everyone who believed in their love, if they're not getting back together. Someone would ask, who's your birdie? Another proof? To which that person would say, another streamer that also hangs out with them. I'm watching 10 stream right now and he isn't wearing any rings. He deleted his engagement.
Honestly, this guy ate. He was like, ooh, I saw this and there's proof. And I'm like, you know what? If there's proof, you showed it. Good job.
Engagement photos
job.
today too.
You saw
kyedae
it.
updated her bio on Instagram to, I'm just currently figuring out my Insta feed lol, don't worry guys, smiley face. But it's weird that Tens deleted their engagement photos. And when it came to her Instagram,
T.
this person wasn't lying. After she had privated all her posts and she saw people starting to make up rumors, she made sure to include this in her bio saying, I'm just currently figuring out my Insta feed, lol, don't worry guys. But by then it was too late, and you'd think that someone as prominent as kyedae would understand that. On January 14th, 2026, this post would randomly go viral on Twitter with over 5 million views.
5
It
million.
would simply say,
5 million.
"Wait, Did Tenz and Kyedae actually break up? This right here was the real super spreader
Damn.
event, prompting others to start posting the same screenshot that was shared on Reddit, showing the fact that
rumors.
Kyedae had no more posts, and even going as far as checking Sakura's streams,
Damn.
Kyedae's sister, in which
Hey, Jane Anderson, I'm fine. I really love that people are such sleuths that they really like checked every frame from a stream to like, oh, there's no ring. Oh no, like we have proof that he has no ring. We're like, you know what? I wish the internet had the ability to do that, to disprove and prove politicians bullshit. Lisa Vichera, hey, how are you? I'm doing great. Yeah, welcome to the show. I really enjoy. I'm like literally just yapping about internet drama.
she makes an appearance, and they'd noticed that she didn't have her engagement ring on her finger. Over the next 2 weeks during January 2026, these rumors would start spreading very quickly. And by January 26th, someone would make this post on the subreddit OTV and Friends Drama, a subreddit similar to OTV and Friends Rumors that also gets a sizable
OTV
amount of
drama,
weekly visitors,
OTV
sitting at
rumors.
51,000. It would say,
How many Reddit pages do you need? This is crazy.
Recent rumors.
Do you stream? No, I don't really stream. I only stream like when I have something, when I think of something to stream.
Regarding a potential
Like right
breakup
now, I was like, ooh, maybe I should react to this.
didn't come from nowhere. And here they had 5 points. The first one being, initially at first, Kyedae completely cleansed her Instafeed. Some people say that she removed the engagement post first and then everything on her page after. Can't confirm, however. The second point, Tenz had also removed every post except one with Kyedae on Instagram. The engagement post was also unpinned from his Twitter profile. Edit,
Like the tea is
the last
hot.
post with Kyedae has now
Well,
been
during this time, the tea is now cold. The tea is now
deleted.
cold.
The third
I
point,
just
Tenz had
reacted to it.
unfollowed her on Instagram a month ago and then refollowed her a bit after. Can't confirm if the same had happened on Twitter. The fourth point, Tenz had spent the holidays alone. Kyedae was in Vancouver. They had always, the past years prior, spent the holidays together with their families in Canada. And finally, the fifth point, neither Tenz or Kyedae have been wearing their engagement rings in the past
Now that
month.
is like
They
proof.
had always been
The
wearing their engagement
engagement rings
Rings
is
on-
solid proof. Like, oh, there's tea. Oh.
ring for the past 4 years. This is probably the biggest evidence something happened. Since
Yep.
the rumor blew up a bit
Yep.
on Twitter, Tenz and Kyedae have not publicly confirmed or denied anything. Tenz, a few days ago, since recently coming from a break, said he has some things to figure out. Tenz was streaming himself playing Valorant with Kyedae on December 7th and then took a break and returned to streaming on the 17th with no engagement ring that he hasn't worn since. If
interesting.
they did
That
indeed
is
break up or
actually
go on a
interesting,
break,
though.
something happened in those 10 days. Also,
In those 10
considering
days.
the brief
People
Instagram
are really.
unfollows
Well, how often do you stream? Twice a week, I guess. I don't really stream every day. It's like, it's an occasional, sometimes occasional. But if I find a game that I find interesting, I might stream every day. But mostly it's a limited to 2 or 3 times max. I might stream. Yeah.
from Tenz around the
But the
same
person
time
who
span.
made this
Whatever happened in those 10 days might have ended
is really smart, because he like put all the points together, and like there are like proof, there are rumors. I know there is proof. He searched for it. There's no pictures though, so you can't really prove this. But like, I already saw the pictures where there's no engagement ring. True. Only people who were like, stalkers would know about this. 0.4.5. I love sometimes Reddit is awesome.
what was nearly a 7
Discord. Yeah, I have Discord, but I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use
year
Discord.
relationship. This post would get a lot of upvotes, over 300 comments, and eventually would be deleted due to the incredible attention it was getting. People will try to rummage clips from past streams to confirm these theories. On his December 7th stream, he not only was wearing his ring, he was also on a call with Kyedae, where she was asking him, hey, can you play the game I like? And he'd be saying, when we move, which made it seem like they were going to move somewhere together. They were going to move to a different house. But then when he came back on December 17th, he wasn't wearing a ring, and he was saying, when I move, signaling that he wasn't moving with her anymore. Well, let's take
He said, "Oh, I did not really notice this." He said, "When we move, when I move, when I move." They're not really doing a great job of hiding it. Damn, they didn't really do a great job hiding it. But damn, Interesting.
Take a step back for a second. Let's go back to the
But they were
initial
still friends. The fact that they were communicating during that time means it's clear that they left on amicable terms. But people just want to like make up this story and rumors. Be like, ooh, like they broke up because of this. I'm like, dude was fine. Dude is fine with her, and she's fine with him. Like, leave it alone. Actually, while I make some graphic stuff, can you just get quality of my work? Maybe later, because after this, I really want to finish this video and then like go to sleep, because it's like 3 in the morning.
post we saw from January 3rd, 2026, about this person and their little birdie. One parasocial fan would say, I don't know, man, is kyedae dating John, 39 Daft's ex? Look at this VOD and check 37 minutes, 15 seconds. This would be a timestamp from an almost 12-hour stream.
It's crazy.
I'm telling you, man, you don't want to mess with parasocial fans.
Parasocial fans.
In it, we can see Foosley, someone who's known to be in the OTV and Friends circle of friends, talking about a trip she had with kyedae and another man named John. The stream would be on January 19th, 2026, and the trip itself would be after December 7th, so during the time in which she broke up with Tens. Watch for yourself.
Yes, I was with John, John Choi and kyedae. We went to get, what did we get? We got sushi, we got we got coffee,
Parasocial fans.
yeah, and then it was a good little time.
I wonder when she said that, then the parasocial would be like, oh my god, we got something, oh my god. I wonder like if that was like the highlight of their life. It would be so sad. Like getting involved in other people's lives. Like, don't you have a life to take care of?
It really is incredible to me how in a 12-hour VOD, someone just took these 10 seconds to try and prove to the world that their theory is correct. And it was a significant theory. You see, John Choi is none other than 39 Daft's ex. Yes, the same woman who shaved her head in
He kinda hot though, just adding that.
support of kyedae's camp.
Alright, please try read. What is my Discord username? I don't remember. Let me check. Oh, I think that's it, right? I think. Wait, what was this again? Okay, let me try if this works. Oh no, I can't actually do that. Oh, what? How would I know again? I actually don't know. My Discord username is /EGGXEE/. That's it. Right? Actually don't know. How would I know? I actually don't know. Anyway, what?
Answer battle. This was also made even more significant because on the OTV and Friends Rumors subreddit, someone would make a post on September 27th, 2025 saying Daft and kyedae unfollow each other after kyedae starts hanging out with Daft's ex, John Choi. This post would contain a picture of both kyedae and John hanging out in some
If you hear the background,
island. And this had gotten very dangerous because when it came to the parasocial viewers, they didn't need proof that both kyedae and Tens broke up. They already had it. They had already moved on as to finding a reason why this breakup happened, why this perfect couple separated, and they were already convinced that it was because kyedae cheated. To them, there was enough proof. Why else would 39...
Would I believe that kyedae cheated on Tens? I don't care. She can do whatever she wants. I don't care. Their issues are their issues. If kyedae wanted to go for John because, to explore more relationships when her life is like, getting short, then good for her. Go ahead, girl. You do you. Tens, I hope you're doing okay. But sure, okay, whatever. Like, just whatever. Like, why do you have to make such a big deal? Why? Like, if Lily, Pichu, and Michael Reeves do break up, I would be shocked. I would be shocked. But if they give the explanations, I'm like, okay, that's it. Goodbye. Period. Like, that's it. The end.
And Daff and
Why did people
Kyedae
have to make it
unfollow
such
each
a
other
big
when they
deal?
literally were the closest friends. And so, barely a few weeks after these rumors had truly caught on fire, many of these parasocial viewers would be extremely vindicated once Kyedae finally speaks out on what's going on between her and Tens. What would follow after would be one of the most catastrophic incidents involving a public couple breaking up. On February 8th, 2026, Kyedae would post a statement saying,
Ooh, I saw this.
"Hey everybody,
I remember scrolling on Twitter like kyedae, oh they broke up, damn, and then like okay bye.
buddy.
And then when I kept scrolling, people were like, oh they broke up, oh no the tea, oh there's tea, oh no, oh my god because she cheated. They're like, what the fuck is happening? And then I remember reacting to Mujin's live, understanding the situation. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But like, whatever. Like, people should move on.
Tyson and I feel ready to share some personal
I'm gonna move on once I'm done with this.
news,
Okay.
Tyson being Tens. We've actually been broken up for quite some time now.
Quite
Toward
some
the end of our
time.
relationship, we came to a realization that wasn't easy to accept. We had stopped growing as individuals.
And I'm glad that they had took the time to really like understand themselves and what they want in life, you know. And that's actually a healthy way to understand a relationship. I'm glad that they did that. Like hey, like I think I don't know, I don't feel like I've grown as a person since we got together. We should break up. Like it's a good thing that they talked, you know, and they were like, okay, then let's break up then. Like, I care about you, I still love you, but if this is, like, if it's for our own selves, this is for the sake of our own selves, then we should break up. Period. Like, period. Like, that's it. People were like, oh, no, there's tea!
For most of our relationship, we did everything together. Work together. Hobbies and interests together. Pretty much everything together. We've even joked in the past that although we were together for 6 years, it felt like at least 30. We moved in together just weeks after meeting, and from ages 17 to 24, that was
17, crazy.
all we knew. Over time, it became clear that we needed space to grow into our own people
Since I
separately.
was 17.
We know the internet often looks for the tea, but the truth is simple. We grew apart. There was no wrongdoing, no resentment, and no single event that caused this. We still deeply care about each other and genuinely want the best for one another. We're also incredibly grateful for the time and life we shared together. Thank you for respecting our privacy. She would then reply to herself with an image of Tens, writing the statement on paper, saying, "This was us cooking it up at the park today, LMAO, and I can already predict the comments because of the use of M dashes in the tweet. Don't piss me off, we didn't use AI." Tens, on the other hand, wouldn't say anything. He would just change his profile picture to a lonely penguin and would simply retweet the
sad.
statement that Kyedae had made. Now look, they were
To be honest, that was lazy of him. That was lazy of him to not say anything. Girl.
trying to be
At
lighthearted.
least say something.
Humorous even. They really wanted everyone to know that there was no problems. This was amicable, there was no tea, no controversy, and they simply wanted to move on. The problem though was that, as I said, people had already made up their minds. They knew about this breakup, but now they wanted to know why. And this whole idea that this was amicable, that there was no resentment or any issues, that simply wasn't gonna cut it. This post would end up getting over 54 million views with over 6,800 replies, and
million views.
I can tell you right now, a
Insane.
huge chunk of them are not positive. Many of the top replies were either losing hope in the fact that true love exists,
Girl. Take it easy.
or were just simply
So he stuck by you through tough times, and when it got better, you broke up with him. That's crazy. Wow, it's like you knew these people.
shitting on Kyedae. This is the most liked reply other than Kaide's own reply, saying, "So he stuck by you during tough times, and when it got better, you broke up with him? That's crazy." Or how about this one? "Welcome to the gym, Tens." Oh, and of course we can't forget
Come to
that
the gym. Oh my god, that's literally happened. Like the most common dude bro thing. They're like, oh, I broke up with someone. Let me go to the gym.
one. Kyedae wants a hoe phase. She had just posted this post, but the rumors were running so rampant, people already made up their minds that she got bombarded with unprecedented hate. These, of course, were only the replies. The quote tweets were a completely different story. Like this one, with almost 1 million views and 31,000 likes. "Grew apart from the one person who held it down when you had cancer." How about this one? 2.4 million views, 58,000 likes. "Not gonna lie, if I spent 6 years with someone, moved in, did everything with them, and helped them when they got cancer just to break up because she grew out of the relationship, I'm straight up killing myself." Now, of course, this isn't to say that everyone was hating on her. Even though they weren't as loud and weren't as numerous, some still sided with her in tens. Like this post saying,
Oh god, I'm yawning. This is already boring me. Okay, maybe I'm just sleepy. I'm a kyedae hater down, but also leave them the fuck alone. Why are people like really wanna hype up? People wanna hype up the whole tea of like, oh, they cheated. Oh no, she cheated. Oh my god, she's a terrible person. I'm like, she has bad vibes, but to say that she cheated without any proof, bro, calm down. Are you like a psychic or something, bro? Please.
Tens and kyedae. We've been dating since we were 17 and grew apart now that we're in our mid-20s and different people. Dumbest fuckers ever. Wow. Poor tens, bro. Time to hit the gym, bro. Keep your head up. I hate women. She dumped him even though he stayed when she...
I hate women. So you should like men. You like men then. Oh, wow. Like, okay. More. Like, oh, I hate women. I'm like, oh, so you like men. Good.
Had cancer. Regardless though, for many of the loudest voices on Twitter, this was about a man who gave everything to a woman and she let him down, just like every woman does. This post says it very clearly. Men can give a girl the world just for her to say, did I ask you to do that? But hey, kyedae and tens were truly trying their best here to make this lighthearted and not seem as serious as it is.
Yeah,
kyedae
but
would
like,
go
people
back
really
to the
don't
post
care.
in which
It's so sad though, Jesus. And I saw this comment too. I was scrolling down. I was like, ew, why did they comment that? Why did they do this? Like, why couldn't they just, to be honest, why couldn't they just leave it alone? Like, why couldn't they just like post the breakup statement and then be like, bye. No, she had to like, this is not H1 in the comments incoming. Lamau. I'm like, ew, like that's kind of weird just doing your breakup, but you do you, girl, you do you, but still weird. But I'm glad that like he commented too, which means it is amicable. Like there is proof that they did on good terms. I don't know, maybe it could also be that Tens is roped up, like kyedae told Tens that please comment because it will look bad on me, but at the same time, who cares? Like if they said it's amicable, great. They like leave them alone.
Tens announced that they finally got engaged, and even though it was unpinned, she made a comment saying, "This did not age well, comments incoming, LMAO," to which Tens replied with, "Literally did not..."
He unpinned it, and then she commented it, which put it in people's TL, and now we saw it.
Age well,
Great.
skull emoji. This was their attempt to be lighthearted, I guess. But to the people that had a problem with their breakup, this felt nasty. This post saying, imagine making this post and making a joke in the post where your ex posted your anniversary plus engagement. Why? Just leave it. I question your sincerity.
I do agree with that. Making a joke in post for your ex anniversary. Leave it. Yeah. It feels weird. It does feel weird. Like the fact that she commented on it. She should just leave it alone. That is in my opinion. But
feels
you do
nasty.
You, girl, sure.
Look, kyedae had been in some controversies before this, okay? Nothing major by any means, but because of her size, it was definitely bigger than you would expect. This, however, was the most hate she had ever received ever since she started online activity.
Damn. Most hate? And I'm contributing! Yay! But I'm just giving my 30 cents, okay? Like, what she's doing here right now is weird. But if they broke up, then okay, sure, great. Like, she wants to explore her life because her cancer might come back, and life is short. Great for her. Good job. Like, not a lot of people can realize that some people die unhappy. But if you want to search for happiness before the eventual moment that your cancer might come back, or you might, get stuck in a hospital for long, then you know what, you do you, girl. Like, live your life. Live your life, honestly. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you are having adventures and with dogs and the cherry blossoms in Japan. Like, girl, yes. I'm a kyedae hater down. But in terms of like as a human being, I hope that this human being is doing great. She's happy. I am just a random person on the internet. Literally, she doesn't know me. I don't know her, but I hope she's doing okay.
It was absolutely merciless. So much so that barely a day after her post, Tens would take it upon himself.
Like the fact that he commented like, "What the fuck is wrong, you bitches?" I'm like, oh, he got mad. Honestly, he needed to do that to like slap people's faces.
To make his own post
Please.
defending her, saying, "Hey everyone, I've been seeing a lot of really weird posts about kyedae and me that are creating false narratives and spreading unnecessary hate. It's really disheartening to see. We parted on completely mutual terms and we still care deeply about each other. It honestly hurts so much to see her being attacked when we both support
People
each other."
can't believe when like people break up. There has to be a cruel reason for them to break up. But no, sometimes people break up because like it's just grew apart. That's a thing, guys. Like, do you not know that?
Other through insanely
Hello?
difficult times. I also quit playing pro of my own accord and was never influenced
I may not have been in a relationship before, but I've seen so much tea in my life that it's a thing.
by her to quit.
This is why I participate in drama, so that I learn things.
This was a rumor going around, by the way. He had given her everything, even his pro career, just to support her cancer battle. Anyway, he continues, people's goals can change over time, and that is just what happened with me. In a healthy relationship, there should never be comparisons about who sacrificed more or gave more.
Yes, oh my god, that's true. In a healthy relationship, which means the people who are commenting on their tweets are not in a healthy relationship because they're toxic people, and you should not associate with them. Hooray! I understand them now. Yeah.
That mindset is immature and helps nobody. All I ask is that you please respect kyedae as a person and respect the decision we
True.
made together. This
True.
kind of pointless drama is exactly why having
True. Kyedae hater down, but I respect her as a person.
a
Hello.
relationship
Can't you just at least do that? Do people not have the decency to be a human being? Hello.
in the public eye can be so draining. She is also still dealing with ongoing health issues, which makes the negativity being spread even more heartbreaking and unfair. Thank you for understanding, and once again, please respect our decision. This post would also get an insane amount of attention, naturally, since everyone was talking about it. And I do want to highlight the fact that he was saying she is still also dealing with ongoing health issues. That's because by this point, people were insinuating that she had beaten cancer, and that because she beat it, she was finally ready to let Tens go from her life after he supported her, when that wasn't true. But even though this hate against kyedae stemmed from people quote-unquote defending Tens, the victim, this post did not help at all. People were not having it. The
Girl.
most liked comment
I'm not saying the hate is for anything, but a mutual breakup doesn't exist and nobody thinks so. Well, that's because you're a dumb bitch. Because you're a dumb bitch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Simple brain, small brain. Oh my god. Have you seen BoJack Horseman? Like, referencing BoJack Horseman and T again. There was a relationship between Diane and Mr. Peanut Butter. They have a tumultuous relationship because they did not want to admit that it's over. But once they finally decided to break up, it was mutual. They just grew apart. Diane wasn't the same person she was when she married Mr. Peanut Butter, and Mr. Peanut Butter is still the same person. And then realized in season 5, when they called each other, they realized how much like they both have grown, and they both like realized that it was good for them to have broken up because they wouldn't be the person they are now. They wouldn't be the person they are now, growth, mature and all, if they didn't break up. It was mutual. Like it wasn't like forced. Like maybe you're just a child or something that you haven't like experienced like mutual breakups. Like, and like, hey, you wanna break up? Like, yeah, I don't think that I'm comfortable in a relationship. Okay, like me too. I feel like I don't know, something's missing. That maybe you don't. That kind of you're not the right person for me. It's fair. It's okay. I hope you're doing. I hope you'll be happy though. Me too. I love you though, but not in the way that you want. Like, okay, bye. Hello.
And the
Yeah.
replies would say, I'm not saying the hate is justified or anything, but a mutual breakup doesn't actually
Dumb
exist
bitch.
and nobody thinks so. Or how about this guy? Ten's still protecting her out of love even though she broke his
Heart, like, huh? Bitch.
heart. The same person will
Real ones on the street. She's evil. Ah. Wow. I don't like her. I don't like her vibe. But to say that she's evil, does she support Trump? Does she support genocide? Does she hate black people? Is she racist for no reason? No. Then why would she say she's evil? Where? And what is the proof? What proof? Her doing the same thing.
call her evil and would post a random TikTok comment that pretty much was saying their theory about this. About how he said on stream that he was having a rough week, that he was all alone. Meanwhile, kyedae was hanging out with his sister and friends, making it seem like he was abandoned. There's even one guy here saying, here's your answer, bro. Even a cold-hearted person will have no choice but to say something about this. Linking an image of an AI summary.
AI!
That as part of kyedae's treatment, she underwent a bone marrow transplant which was successfully performed using donor cells from her partner.
I wonder
Ten.
where they got this. Like, look at the link. I wanna know who let you on the stage. I wanna know who said this.
Guys, you have to understand, a bone marrow transplant is one hell of a procedure. It's not like a blood donation. There's a 1 in 1 million chance that you even match the other person in order to donate to them, and the symptoms are not very straightforward.
Yeah.
Muscle pain, bone pain, headache, fatigue,
it's
nausea, etc.
It's very oof.
etc. And yet, the only time kyedae said anything after her post was
Like, what the fuck are you getting this? He has never donated me bone marrow. I'm generally getting irritated reading lies.
here, saying,
Feel
where the
bad for
fuck
the-
are you even getting this from? He has never donated me bone marrow. I'm genuinely getting irritated reading lies. This was a complete
Where the
fabrication
fuck
from the
did you
AI
get
this person
this?
was using. And yet, even though she came out to say this person would still have the gall to reply saying, oh, people aren't
buying that, girl.
buying that. Look, regardless of what you
Shut the fuck up. You think you're
might
about
think
to
so far, it was obvious. Both kyedae and Tens were in a situation that truly warranted the saying, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You say something, you get shat on. You don't, you'll get shat on anyway. The rumor mill had totally spread out of control, and people weren't simply going to believe that this was amicable, that nothing happened behind the scenes. This is also where the post I had shown you on Reddit would start to spread like wildfire on Twitter. This tweet got close to 10 million views, and they'd link both the post where Daph and kyedae unfollowed each other because kyedae was hanging out with Daph's ex, as well as the other 5-point post that was talking about Tens and kyedae's breakup. So now it wasn't just about misinformation, like him giving his
They're
bone marrow
literally-
to her. It was also
Bone marrow
about
to-
cheating, right? Getting cheated on by the girl you gave your bone marrow to has to be the most gut-wrenching shit imaginable. People had already made up their minds here. I mean, people would take it even a step further, saying this John Choi guy is screwing all these big female streamers like Extra Emily, because he also dated her, 39 Daph, because he's her ex, and now kyedae, when all these girls used to be friends. Cold world. So now this guy was a player who couldn't keep his sausage in his pants and who was literally jumping
The
from
John
bed
K screwing all these female girls like Extra Emily. Now, no, why am I in it?
This had gotten so out of control that
Yikes.
Tens directly quote tweeted that post we just saw of those two Reddit posts and said, okay, this is genuinely disgusting that people are still spitting out bullshit onto the timeline. There's some stuff I'm going to clear up since people are just throwing around blind hate to push a narrative that is non-existent. John is a friend of both mine and kyedae. Just because they hung out on a trip that I was supposed to come out on but had to cancel last minute with one of my best friends from high school there with them, who also is conveniently cropped out of the photo to once again push this crazy cheating story, is fucking wild. Maybe before people start speculating things in a relationship they have absolutely nothing to do with, they should focus on fixing their own insecurities so it's not projected out.
True, he ate that down. He ate that. I remember. Oh my god. He really ate with that comment. Like, people should just mind their own fucking business. Bitch, don't you have your own issues? Deal with them. We dealt with ours, and now you should deal with yours. Get a life. Get a job. Leave her alone.
outwards. Also, I have absolutely no clue how people started saying I donated bone marrow to her when I most definitely did not. I legitimately cannot tell if this type of shit is just rage bait, but it's genuinely pretty hard for me to get emotionally charged like this. So obviously by now, these two were expecting some sort of backlash for breaking off one of the most popular content creation relationships in history, but they got completely and utterly sucker punched in the face when they realized just how much the hate was rampant. They weren't expecting this level of controversy. And while some people were wishing them the best and supporting them, others were still here to say, this is some cuck post for sure. So now he went from a victim to a cuck. But here's the deal. Objectively speaking, he truly wasn't wrong about this picture that was being spread everywhere. He was saying it was cropped, but if you Google image search it, it's almost impossible to find the original image. This is how quickly this had spread. There was no source to the original. I had to go to John Choi's personal Instagram to find it. This was the only way. And as we can see, Tens wasn't lying. His best friend was there. In fact, he was the guy taking this selfie. But still, just because of this picture, by the way, there are like over a dozen pictures in this. It's a photo dump. All the comments here
be like
are asking, you and Kyedae dating? Making fun of the fact that they're cheating, and of course the fact that he's suspicious. Additionally, people would be spreading around this image, this chat log of Kyedae on the strip saying, I'm sorry LMAO, not my fault LMAO, I'm stuck here for a day. And John got the time wrong. Me and Suvan missed the last boat. Tyson, don't be mad. This was Kyedae typing in Tens' chat back in September 2025, just a couple of months before they had broken up. It was in reference to how she had missed the boat along with John and Suvan during their trip that was displayed in this image, forcing her to spend one more day with them. To the people who were calling Kyedae a cheater, this was evidence that Kyedae was starting to cheat on Tens, because why else would she say, please don't be mad? In reality though, if we want to be objective,
I have reached a point in this video where I'm just like, I don't care. Why are people caring?
she was maybe saying this because she knows he would worry, and she didn't want him to get worried over their lack of responsibility. In the end, though, it's up to you to decide.
Imagine if like people are just like bothering you because you dated with someone, you broke up with someone. Like, do you have a life?
The final thing that Tyson or Tens would say during this controversy would be, playing esports made me immune to feeling anything from internet hate. To the people still projecting, please interact with this tweet so I can collect some Twitter revenue and pop champagne tonight in honor of you. Heart emoji. And again, the top replies here are calling him a cuck. Holy cuckfest. Bro got cucked so hard he has to pretend he's happy for the fans. I'm pretty sure I have to censor that word because YouTube hates it, but I'm sure you know what a cuck is. C-U-C-K. The second most liked reply would be, the crash out continues because your girl clapped another man. These people were relentless. Tens was trying his best to keep his composure, to act calm and collected. But the parasocials would take it a step further, and they'd find out through their own crazy research that he had not taken this breakup well at all when it first happened back in December. On the
People really want to care about like, ooh, did you cry? Ooh, did you had a breakdown when you broke up? Oh my god, like I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
TV and Friends drama subreddit, someone would make a post about how Tens had created a new secret Instagram and Twitter account purely to follow a woman on December 21st that he met at a UC Davis party that was 6 hours from Los Angeles. These accounts were not secret because they were called Not Tyson. Here's the timeline of events. They estimate that the breakup happened around December 8th to 15th. On December 17th, he didn't have his ring on stream. On December 20th, he streamed again and said he was going to a party with friends. Eyewitnesses report that they saw Tens at UC Davis in the dorm hallways at 2 a.m. on December 21st, after the party. On January 5th or 6th, he would make secret Instagram and Twitter accounts called Not Tyson, and he would only have one person he'd follow, who was a girl that he had met at UC Davis. The parasocials went as far as stalking this woman, going to her Instagram page and interacting with it so much to the point where she now privated it. However, that didn't stop someone from that same subreddit from posting an image of her and her username. Of course, I'm censoring it for the sake of her privacy, right? But I'm just saying it's there. Complete and utter disregard to the privacy of someone who has nothing to do with this. And the reason why some people bothered to mention this was because they wanted to show that Tyson wasn't taking this well, that he needed a rebound because of how heartbroken he was, that it wasn't his decision. In the end though, who knows? Up to you to decide. Look, by this point, Tens had tried his absolute best to cover for his ex that he still cared for, but it didn't matter. This post has over 1.6 million views, 61,000 likes, saying, ending a 6-year relationship on just messages after he sacrificed his career for you and stayed loyal. Women are evil, bro. Evil. This post was made quote tweeting a clip that had nothing to do with this. It was literally the clip I told you about before, where kyedae was asking Tens, hey, can you play that game I like? And him saying yes when
Ending
we
a
move.
year with
There's
just
no
messages.
indication.
What
There was
messages?
nothing.
Then women are so evil. Like, I'm
That told
I'm
us that they
tired
broke
of,
up
like,
over
reacting to
text.
this
Nothing.
bullshit.
And at this point, I have to believe that this post was made purely to farm views and impressions so that they can get paid. I don't have another explanation over this. This had gotten so out of control that 39 DAF had to quote tweet Ten's tweet saying,
fact that
please don't
39
use me
had
to
to
fuel this false narrative.
react
Me and kyedae's falling
to
out
that.
had nothing to do with John and was over an unrelated issue we didn't see eye to eye on last year. They've been good friends with each other and I have no issues with that or with them. I don't like this heavy mischaracterization of others to push some nonsensical story. Yes, I'm no longer involved in their lives, but they are not deserving of the onslaught of slanderous dogpiling. John is not a homewrecker, and kyedae never did anything malicious. That's all. So even 39 DAF, someone who had unfollowed kyedae, who had stopped being her friend around the end of 2025, was coming out here to defend them. She couldn't even stand seeing this. But of course, again, it didn't matter what anyone said. The top liked replies here are, it's okay. John Choi cracked both of you, and it's okay. Thanks for reminding us that you fell out with kyedae also because of John. Damn. They paid you off too. Now this
They
has to be
paid
rage
you
bait, dude.
off.
Like even
Yeah, it's
objectively, this
clearly
has
rage
to be
bait.
rage bait. So even 39 DAF coming in for defense wasn't doing much. So as you can imagine, when John Choi himself was forced to make a statement, this also didn't change much either. He'd come out to say, no, I'm not dating kyedae and I have never hung out with her outside of a group setting. Stop cropping photos to make it look like we have. Tyson is a friend and has stated himself that these rumors are false, so please stop sending me death threats on his behalf. Heart emoji. You want to guess what the most liked reply said? Crazy what kyedae is forcing all her men to post.
All her men.
John
to
Choi
post.
would reply to his post,
Read.
quote tweeting what Ten said, as well as link an image saying 21% of adults in the US are illiterate in 2024. 54% of adults have a literacy below a 6th grade level. 20% are below 5th grade level. Low levels of literacy cost the US up to $2.2 trillion per year. The reply right under that says, sure buddy, laughing emoji, showing John Choi wearing the same beanie that kyedae's wearing, using it as proof that they're in a relationship. I do have to say though, that the top reply to this post ratioed
I'm wearing the same shoe as your mother wears. Does that mean I'm fucking?
it over 6 times
You
and
guys
said,
do-
I'm wearing the
oh
same
my
shoes your
God,
mother
shut
wears,
up.
that must mean I'm fucking her. In any case, now we had reached the point where everyone, whether they wanted to be involved or not with this breakup, had to make some sort of a statement. By this point, it was February 10th. Barely 48 hours had passed since the initial breakup post from kyedae, and things had devolved to a level that had not been seen before, especially for an amicable breakup. But again, as you might have surmised by now, that didn't matter. Even after 10's tweets, 39 DAFs, John Choi's everything, it didn't matter. People were still peddling the idea that she broke up with him over text, that it wasn't mutual, and there's no such thing as mutual breakups. It's a fantasy, and the vast majority is pushed by the woman. Soon you'd start to see posts like this, saying, maybe the cancer will come back. That would be funny. And now look,
Oh my god. Hello? Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention anymore because the tea is so boring because like you know what the tea is? People being so fucking weird. That is the tea. That is the tea of this video. That is like the main point of this video. People just suck. People suck and there's nothing we can do about it. Unfortunately. I wish people are more educated. I wish people would find proof instead of just following what the other person has said. And I'm just tired. It's just a tiring topic because nothing is. People are so fucking stupid. My god.
Disturbing as that post is, I mean seriously, wishing for cancer to come back over something like this is wild. This again underscores the need for me to emphasize that kyedae had not in any way defeated the cancer by now. This was another piece of misinformation that was being peddled like it's the truth. This chick literally still had cancer, but people were acting like she defeated it. And there was no shortage of vile comments like this, whether it was directed at kyedae or Tense, calling him a cuck and a million other things. And then just as you thought that maybe things were finally about to die down, maybe we could finally move on from this very stupid, incredibly blown out of proportion drama, a self-admitted pedophile would step into the ring. And he would, for some reason, make it a million times worse.
So I'd be like, oh, let me insert myself into this conversation. I'd be like, Who cares? I don't care. I don't care about.
Hunter Mims, otherwise known as 6CS, was a pro Valorant player. He actually was on the same exact team as Tens and played with him as a teammate in the Sentinels team. However, he'd be kicked out of the team in 2023 when he'd be arrested following an altercation at a car dealership. A few months later, he'd be arrested again, this time for trespassing on that same car dealership. His mugshot would of course be shared all over the internet, and it was very obvious through his actions.
Like, Mugen, if you want to finish this video, go to Mugen's video. It's in his YouTube channel, Mugen. Yeah. But this guy is just mostly about like rumors, or he's just fueling up rumors that are just like, who cares? I don't care. I really don't care. Like he's just fueling up rumors, like thinking that he has something out of them, but in reality he's just attracted to kyedae. That's why he's participating in this conversation for no fucking reason but for attention. Just I don't care. Who are you? Don't care about you anymore. Like, that is the conclusion. Hooray, conclusion! Let's skip to the conclusion.
Nothing was going to change that. And it seemed like the breakup vibes were contagious. Look, in conclusion, this entire thing blew out of proportion the moment that both kyedae and Tens started messing around on Instagram.
Sure.
I truly don't understand why
all started Instagram.
they would do that. With their experience being content creators for many years, I really don't get what went through their heads. Maybe they underestimated just how much of a big deal their relationship was to the internet. Maybe they were going through such a heartbreak that they didn't think clearly. But overall, this was a major lapse in judgment. When this happened, and when Tens pretty much confirmed their breakup after streaming without the ring, the pair's socials already knew that they had broken up. They had already moved on.
Maybe they really understand that they have like parasocial fame.
How they broke up. This didn't allow kyedae or Tens to have control of the narrative of their own breakup story. So by the time she came out with her post, it was already too late. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Nothing was going to change that. And it seemed like the breakup vibes were contagious, because kyedae's sister, who had also blown up with Jason the Ween due to their public relationship, had also broken.
Also, who cares? Who are you? I don't know who you are. I don't care. I really don't. Like, Jason the Ween, who? kyedae's sister, who? Who and who?
Up very shortly afterwards, barely 24 hours after kyedae posted her breakup message. They of course would get way less backlash since her older sister was taking all the hate, but the timing was definitely interesting, and I'm sure the conspiracy theorists are going to have a very fun time dissecting why this happened. But overall, if there's anything to learn from this, never reveal your relationship to the public when you are a public personality, because as soon as you do, it's not your relationship anymore. You lose complete control over it. People get into relationships and break up all the time. It's just the nature of being a human being, especially in the 21st century. But as a content creator, you're seen as a perfect person, so you're not allowed to be human. You can't just get into a relationship and break up. You'll be called all sorts of things.
Like, people are not allowed to be humans anymore. Oh, if you break up, you're probably my ODST, there's something wrong with you. I just genuinely do not care about these people. Who and who? People like make such a fucking big deal about this. Honestly, no one like what nobody should really care too much about it. It's so there's so many things to problem about. You know, the world is burning and we care more about like how kyedae is cheating on someone. Like, girl, please.
Not allowed to make mistakes. Both Tens and kyedae benefited greatly from this. But once it ended, now they're going through one of the worst times of their lives. This is why many choose to keep their relationships private. And honestly, it could just be me, but I feel like ever since this year started, Twitter has been overly vile lately. Like,
I thought it's been vile since last year. It's been like, I think the newer generations are bitches. So sad that we have uneducated bitches having access to the internet and being a bitch. Like, I really wish that the content creators we have now are more responsible of their actions, so that the young people wouldn't be influenced by being stupid. Like, please, like, always understand the people are watching. If there are kids watching, I just want to say, like, all your consequences have actions. Everything, like, people care more about the Mr. Beast theme, like, oh my god, oh my god, like the short, like, people have short attention spans because of that. But you know where you learn more in long form content and actually actively listening in conversations. That's where you will learn so much more. Short form content will rot your brain and you'll become an ignorant bitch like these people on the internet. Please.
More than usual. Maybe because of some of the algorithm changes, but that's just something I've personally noticed. Let me know if you've come to the same conclusion in the comments. In any case, thank you so much for watching until the end. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to use the code MUJIN to get 10% off your next purchase on Gamer Subs, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. I love you so much, platonically. Mwah.
I love you platonically. Oh, Mujin. Anyway, that's all for the tea of kyedae and tens. Honestly, in conclusion, it's just so weird that people are just like inserting like it's real weird people are giving their 30 cents about this. Me but people being like, oh, you guys broke up, that means something happened and that's not good. Then kyedae is not a good person because he broke up with tens, and I'm like, leave them the fuck alone. Like, can't just people break up? Like, unless it's a very dramatic breakup, like, you know, like, you find I was cheating, and with proof, by the way, with proof. What else? If kyedae was, I don't know, like, there's so many people saying that she's evil, like, look, I don't like her vibes. She has bad vibes. But to say that she's evil, like, that's too much. That's crazy. Like, is she racist? Is she a manipulative person? There's no proof and showing that she is manipulative. Unfortunately. Is she, what else? Is she, like, does she support ICE, or like, I don't think she's political. I don't think so. There's no thing that could make, like, saying that she's evil. People are saying that women are evil. I'm like, oh, just go with men then. And you think men are not evil? Like, well, bruh, the men are more evil than women. Please, there are still evil women though, but like. But to say that kyedae is evil based on, like, the fact that she cheated on tens based on a rumor with no proof, okay, you're dumb. Like, people really need to, like, learn how to do their research. People really need to be better, like, and no matter how much I have to add to this, it like, people are like, ugh. It doesn't change the fact that people are not gonna change because, like, they're stupid. But you know who we can influence, who we can change, the people behind us, like the children that are looking towards us, like, who are thinking that we're cool. We should set up a better example to be, you know, like, be respectful for other people's choices. The people who investigated, by the way, ate. They did a good job with the investigation, but making up rumors based on what? On nothing? That is bullshit. The fuck are you guys doing? Always remember, always find the proof before you open your mouth. Because if I ever find you spouting bullshit without saying the truth, I hate you. If you're a lying bitch, I hate you. Oh my god. That's it. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about kyedae. I don't like her down, but I hope she's doing well. I hope she's finding happiness in her life. Same with Tens. I don't care about these people, but like, you know, as a human being, as a respectful person, like I hope you guys are doing okay. Like, I don't know you people, but like people are still contributing to the conversation. Hello, that's me. But honestly, people should just leave them the fuck alone. Like, they are not, like, celebrities are not your playthings, especially internet people. Like, give them some space. Like, work on your own selves. Work on your own shit. They have their own shit. They already dealt with their shit. They broke up. They dealt with their shit. What about you? What are you doing? Honestly, hello. Anyway, that's it for the stream. Thank you guys for watching. The tea is cold. The tea is cold, but well, I said I was gonna react to this, and I reacted to it. So hooray! I did something I promised to do. So thank you guys for watching. Support Mujin. He's cool. Support Mujin. He's cool. I love when he reported on this new Saji VTuber who beat his meat on VR chat. That was crazy though, and Sanji is a toxic group, but hey, Bojack, yeah, that's it, and I hope you see you guys soon. I don't know when I'm gonna stream again. Really do not. Mujin really just speed drop this on Valentine's Day. Bruh. All parties consented to a mutual breakup except Twitter. Oh, the comments are good though. So basically, normal, non-problematic breakup. Parasocial fans hallucinate. Hallucinate. Outrage! That's it. That's a drama. It was just a... I know, right? That's why I was bored. Okay, that's why I was bored. I was like, it was just misinformation because people are fucking dumb. People are dumb. And I'm not surprised. So literally nothing happened. Two people broke up and the unemployment Olympics went hard. Cool. True. Get a job. Stay away from her. That's like from... What's her name? Demi Lovato. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you when I see you. I'm at my house. I did not bring my Nintendo Switch because I don't want to carry a lot of things back home. So if I can find something to play in this laptop while I'm here, then that's great. But honestly, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on my next stream or whatever. Bye bye. Bye. Stop. Don't lie. Bye. Promise me you won't lie. Bye. Seriously, if you lie, I will fucking hate you.